Who is that?
You scared me, man. Why are you here?
Why didn't you go home during the New Year?
I'm upset. I don't want to tell my mom about this. Or let her see that I'm upset. Why are you acting vain?
The collection didn't go well?
They were acting pretty friendly, but once I mentioned their debts, they turned hostile.
Have you eaten?
Not yet.
Get up. Let's have dinner together.
I'm not hungry.
Let's have a drink then.
Okay, come on.
Let's drink. Here. Hold on. Drink it slowly. Come on. All right, it's the New Year. Who would want to see the creditors?
What should I do? You see, I made a promise to that Mayor Chu, who's a college graduate, that while I'm in Lei Village, I'll collect the 200,000 in arrears in 1.5 months. It's not even half completed. I was about to ask you, why haven't 16 businessmen in the market signed the renewal contract?
I'll appeal to them after the New Year. There's something I have to tell you. Mr. Xiao came a few times. I scolded and chased him away. That fellow has been spreading rumors lately that Lei Dongbao won't be released. You'll lose the affiliation to Lei Village. The county is going to take over our market as public property.
So those businessmen didn't renew their lease because of this, right?
I warned them and appealed to them, but all the people said our businesses might just change hands someday. They're kind of reluctant to pay us.
These guys don't even know how to be grateful. Who broke the glass at the door?
I think Xiao boss men did it. I've been guarding here lately. Because of that, man.
That wretched Zhao Xiaobao. Listen, if I ever see him, I'll...
Darn it, they never stop causing trouble.
Stop right there! Stop right there! You stop running! Stop right there! Stop running!
Yang Shuo!
Stop right there!
Yang Shuo! Forget it! Stop chasing them! Yang Shuo! Let's go.
I'll stop here. I'm tired. I can't walk anymore. All is in vain. It never seems to end. Brother Lei won't be released. I'm gonna lose the affiliation. The businessmen don't trust me. This market is no longer my territory.
But it isn't that bad yet.
Da Shun. Why is it so freaking difficult, huh? I've worked so hard to own a store at last. I've looked forward to it growing up as a kid. It has grown and grown. And it's finally bigger now. I've started making profits. Then the robbers came. The thieves also came. I'm tired. I wanted a business to provide my family with a good life. But why is it so hard?
Keep it at a constant temperature. Don't keep adjusting this. Close the window.
Mr. Song, aren't you going to the party?
Well, I can't dance. Typically, we observe this as it flows to here.
Mr. Song, I'm not talking about dancing. Han and the others will be closing their deal with the Japanese company today. We don't know the specific details of it. I was thinking, why don't I go to the party to find out the situation?
What nonsense are you saying? Get back to work.
Guys, pay attention to your experiments. Don't get distracted. The point of the experiment at this stage is to observe the polymerization effect of the liquid in the column. It's been normal since it was turned on. Please continue to watch it.
Okay, Mr. Song, don't worry. Take a look.
I transferred you here from Jinzhou plant. You must set an example for the new hires.
I'm worried we'd lose out due to asymmetric info. I wanted to know the situation for you.
The negotiation has ended. What else can you find out by going there?
I'm neighbors with a Japanese interpreter. My wife knows her very well. I heard that the equipment Han decided on isn't our preferred equipment.
Your concern in this regard shows your love and concern for Donghai. I've talked to Han about this negotiation. Any progress and changes must be laid out in a memorandum. The factory team will have a copy each.
It turns out that you had it planned.
Phase 2 is significant to Donghai. The factory will choose the most suitable solution. You should just focus on the research and development.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Why did you leave halfway through the meeting? You really are something else. And you came here to sharpen your pencil? Those Japanese guests were unhappy with you. They say the biggest boss of Donghai ignored them. And to settle this matter calmly, I had to give each one of them a toast. Gosh, I'm thirsty.
Is it over?
The party's over. They've all gone back.
Song Yunhui didn't go?
I didn't invite him.
Han Segang. Han Segang. You're such an idiot.
What do you mean I'm an idiot? I'm sure he wouldn't attend the party, even if I invited him. Xiao Song is very busy now. He has no time for socializing. I heard that their laboratory had made a significant progress today.
Whether he wants to attend or not, you should have invited him still.
Geez, come on. They're just old men. It's just a simple dinner party, Mr. Ma. Would he hate me for that?
I figured it out. And you really are rude, you know?
What else can he do? Huh? You told me to send him the negotiation memorandum, and I sent him verbatim. I told the Japanese representative about the suggested adjustment he gave me the next day.
This isn't the equipment that Song Hui prefers. You didn't forget that, did you?
No, I didn't. But the ministry issued a memo. You're in charge of the negotiation with the Japanese.
And Song Yunhui is still the deputy executive director of Donghai. If he doesn't approve this procurement contract, it can't be submitted to the ministry. You won't be able to proceed with the subsequent work.
This is already the best equipment that we can purchase within the given budget, Mr. Ma. Well, if he really objects to it, then that's equal to delaying the construction progress of Phase 2. He'll be against the whole factory.
When the foundation costs were reduced, he bypassed the ministry and submitted the project separately. Before the embargo in 1989, to get the compatible equipment, he challenged the rich kid, Mr. Liu. At tomorrow's meeting, no matter what Song Yunhui's request is, as long as the proposal can be approved, even if he wants to participate in the follow-up work of the said procurement, we have to support him. Also, you have to control your temper. Avoid having conflicts with him.
Okay, I got it. It all boils down to one thing. As long as Phase 2 isn't delayed, I'm fine with anything. I'm off.
Come in.
Political and economic reform always go hand in hand.
Mr. Song? You didn't sleep last night?
Yeah. The lab testing of the developed polymer finished at dawn.
I'll help you tidy up your desk then.
It's okay.
Okay. By the way, Mr. Song, the meeting is at 8 a.m., and I've already printed the work summary for this week. I'll bring it here in a while.
Go now.
Comrades of the federal government stand at the forefront and advocate further emancipation of the mind, deepening reform and expanding opening up.
Sit down, Xiaolei. The R&D department achieved their first success. The first lab test of our self-developed vinyl acetate polymer was a complete success. Xiaosong, congratulations.
The R&D department has worked really hard for the past month. For this lab test, they've continuously adjusted the polymerization effect of the reagents and have finally succeeded.
This self-developed R&D project is the very first in Donghai. You've won the first battle, Xiaosong, and clearly we must report this achievement to the ministry right away. All relevant personnel in the R&D department should be rewarded.
While it's certainly good to be rewarded, what the R&D department needs most are the research funds. The lab test was a success. I'd like to ask for an allowance for the ministry and the factory to further enhance the department's potential.
Sure, no problem. Mr. Song, please submit the request to the ministry. The factory will give its full support. There's another issue to be raised at this meeting. After 2 weeks of a difficult negotiation with the Japanese, Comrade Han Zegang has come up with a procurement proposal. I suppose you've seen it. If there are no questions and concerns, we'll submit it to the ministry.
Mr. Ma, I still have some comments regarding the current procurement proposal. I know that we've already done the best within the given budget, but there's still a certain gap between the mainframe and technical packages involved and international leading level.
Let me talk about this negotiation. It was a difficult negotiation. The Japanese kept haggling over many of the details. If we have another round of such negotiations, I believe everyone will suffer again.
I understand your difficulties. The budget is limited, and we've long decided on choosing a Japanese manufacturer. In terms of price, they're bound to have the upper hand. I suggest that we postpone signing the contract with the Japanese. We'll contact other foreign manufacturers.
This Japanese equipment manufacturer has made the biggest concession. If we drag our feet, then it'll be a problem. I know you want to reduce the cost of the equipment as low as possible, but I'm afraid, in the end, our efforts will all be just in vain, right?
Before the new year, I contacted my former classmate who's working in DT. He told me that the Chinese market is still very much appealing to them. Apart from that, there are many other equipment manufacturers suitable for Donghai. Total Energies France, BP from England, and US Lyondell. We should get out of the established frame and find new breakthroughs in the international market.
These international manufacturers might be that good, but they're more expensive than the Japanese, and they haven't lifted the export restrictions on us, Mr. Song.
Are you still insistent on the equity for equipment proposal? With the current international situation, it's unrealistic to seek such collaboration.
Don't be so pessimistic. Since February, there have been 8,000 newly registered companies in Beijing. This shows China's economic policy will become more flexible. More foreign businessmen will be willing to collaborate with China. This is the general trend, and it won't change.
Comrade Songwei, I'm sure you know that this Japanese equipment is many times better than the Phase 1 equipment. This is currently the most advanced equipment in the country.
We must have foresight about these things. The chemical trade is developing fast. Donghai must ensure sustainable competitiveness.
It's been a year since we contacted Japanese manufacturers. in the first half of last year and finalized the initial procurement proposal. If we contact other foreign manufacturers now, are we going to go through that process again? Besides wasting foreign exchange reserves, more importantly, it's a waste of our time in Donghai. According to the plan, Phase 2 of Donghai must be launched in 1993.
The pressure to keep up with it affects everyone. Let's not just discuss it. We'll submit the proposal and let the ministry decide.
I still insist on my opinion. We'll contact other foreign manufacturers and disclose this to the Japanese to fight for the best interests of Donghai. The current equipment will perhaps be removed from the global trade in less than 10 or even 5 years. I just cannot approve such a procurement proposal.
Oh, Mr. Yang.
Mr. Lee.
Hello. Have a seat, have a seat.
Here.
It's okay. I don't smoke.
What
I don't
about you?
smoke either.
I called Mr. Xiao before I came here, sir. He went on a business trip, right?
Well, we asked you to come here to discuss the rental of our property.
Oh, it so happens that I'd like to talk to Mr. Xiao, too. Well, I have an idea lately. I'd like to open a comprehensive market. It's bigger than the previous grocery store. Thus, the land next to the depot might not be big enough.
Well, Mr. Yang, is your Jinzhou market doing fine? I heard you got arrested. Was the market affected by it?
It was a mix-up. Everything is resolved. It won't affect our business.
But I heard that there are some problems with the unit that the market is affiliated to. Mr. Xiao knows that you're in deep trouble. Before he left the country, he said that if you want to cancel the lease, we'll help you as much as possible.
I'm grateful to Mr. Xiao then.
So if you really plan to do that, then we can just terminate the contract. Gorong won't hold you accountable for the breach of contract.
Since you want to terminate the contract, Gurong has an obligation to refund your deposit.
May I know who you are?
I'm Gurong's attorney.
We can't terminate the contract. I paid 100,000 deposit. I've spent more than 200,000 to build Donghai Market. It's such a large sum of money. I won't let it go down the drain. So rest assured, Mr. Lee, I will fulfill the contract. As agreed.
Okay. In that case, shall we reconfirm the schedule of the next payment today?
Okay.
Okay. I'll just read the third clause then. The rental price of the land and payment method. When the contract was signed on November 30, 1991, Party B paid a deposit of 100,000 yuan. Before March 30, 1992, Party B shall pay the first installment of 500,000 yuan. The balance of 600,000 yuan shall be paid before June 30th. The contract shall be terminated if the payment is late for more than 3 days. Gurong Corporation of Donghai has the right to dispose of the land on lease. All payments made by Party B shall not be refunded. Mr. Yang,
Yes?
it's already February 28 today. Can you pay the first installment of 500,000 before March 30th?
Sure, Mr. Lee. Wait for my good news on March 30, sir. Sister-in-law Wei, you sure you saw him?
Yes, I saw him. He was having dinner with people from the county business committee last night. Let's talk inside. What do you plan to do?
Huh? I don't know.
You don't know? You've associated with Zhao Xiaobo for some time now, so you should know what he likes or fears better than I do.
Sister-in-law, I know what you want to say, but I can't approach Brother Xiaolei again. He's an official, remember?
I'm not asking you to approach Song Yunhui. I'm not scared Xiao Song will get implicated, but where matters are concerned, his presence might not help. I shouldn't say this, but it's all thanks to Xiao Song that we were able to visit Dongbao last time. I heard he pulled some strings. That's already a great favor. We got to see him for 5 minutes. He couldn't even go in. I'm not saying Xiao Song didn't do his best for me, but you have to realize that this is the way some things are.
Oh, it's harder to deal with the nobodies.
That's what I mean.
Sister-in-law, what do you think we should do then?
There are only 2 options to choose from: violence or persuasion. Zhao Xiaobo bypassed you to buy the Jinzhou market directly. That means he doesn't want to talk to you. Since persuasion doesn't work, we'll have to resort to the other.
Do you mean...
A beggar can never be bankrupt. I'm gonna tell Mr. Zhao this. It's not easy to drop the charges against Dongbao, but if Mr. Zhao causes him to die, I'll surely make him suffer.
Sister-in-law, thank you for willing to take this big risk for me. But this matter isn't that serious yet. We can think of another way.
We don't have time. What other solution can you come up with?
Sister-in-law, can you find out how much he's offered for my market at the county?
I already did. Currently, the price isn't discussed yet. They only said the county is responsible for the loan of Lei Village. The county leaders only agreed to talk to Zhao Xiaobo since they're short of money.
That's great. Is he staying at a hotel in the city? I'll go see him.
Why would you do that?
Doesn't he want to buy my market? I'll sell it to him. I'll just incur some losses at worst.
The losses are significant.
If he reaches an agreement with them, I won't get a single cent. I'll just earn less. I can ensure Mr. Lei's safety as well. It's worth it.
I'll go with you.
Who is it? What are you doing here?
I'd like to talk to you.
We have nothing to talk about.
Don't you want to buy my market? Well, I'm here now. Why don't we talk?
You're not going to intimidate me with your backer this time, right?
I'll offer you a price 10% less than their offer.
If only you'd thought through it earlier. Unfortunately, this market has nothing to do with you now.
I don't believe that no one can punish a person like him.
Where's Mr. Ma? Okay.
Oh no. I'm losing. Oh, it's you.
Mr. Han.
Hi.
Mr. Hold on. One last move. This chess game is interesting. Checkmate. Oh, I lost again. Do you have any other ideas? No more, sir. I lost. It's lunchtime. Okay. Mr. Ma, it's lunchtime. Come on, let's have lunch. And sit down. Let's play a game of chess.
I figured it out. Among the leaders of Donghai now, you're the least worried.
You may leave.
Mr. Ma, let me report to you. The Japanese have sent another letter of appeal. I can't handle him anymore. I gave your contact number to him. Don't look at me like that. If you can't handle him well, I'll give him Song Yunhui's contact number.
Xiaosong has acted inappropriately this time.
I don't think it's inappropriate. It's fine. If we can really find a large multinational corporation, the equipment will be better than Japan's. For the sake of the long-term development of Donghai, then let's just wait together.
Xiaosong can afford to wait. But Donghai certainly can't.
He already said that at the meeting, but he refused to listen. You spared a thought for him. You were worried he'd be displeased for not being in charge of Phase 2 and wanted to let him join the follow-up work, but he didn't mention it at all. He objected directly.
Han, as your superior, I must first maintain the unity of the team. Even if someone has selfish motives, I must consider the overall situation and assume he has public welfare at heart.
Mr. Ma, let me tell you what you're thinking, okay? Here, 15 million foreign exchange reserves. To purchase their equipment of 23 million. Is that for the public? Is changing the nature of a state-owned company and turning it into a capitalist factory for public welfare? He clearly has an ulterior motive. Why is he doing this? He doesn't have a say in Phase 2. He can't impress the ministry leaders. Thus, obviously, he's finding ways to delay our Phase 2 project.
Han, let me remind you once more. You can't say that casually. It'll affect the team's unity. I've been trying to protect Xiaosong, but he has crossed the line this time. No matter what his motive is, Phase 2 can't be delayed interminably. The global situation is unpredictable. We finally reached a deal with the Japanese. The contract must be signed soon, to avoid future problems.
Tell me then, what's your plan?
Give Xiaosong a deadline. Just 1 month. If he can't find another foreign manufacturer, we will submit the proposal.
What if he still doesn't sign it?
Then I'll report to the bosses that he has deliberately hindered the procurement of the equipment.
Tank number 4. Report pressure data
Well,
for tank
is everything
number 4.
normal?
Yes, everything's normal, sir.
Mr. Song. The high and low pressure of the cooler is a bit unstable. I got someone to handle it. We should observe it for another 30 minutes.
Okay, do as you deem fit. Where's Xiaoding? Isn't he on duty today?
I think he'll be here soon, sir.
What's wrong? Is there something you want to say?
Five people from the first factory are taking their leave lately, including the production and technology department.
Five people? That's not many.
Yes, it would have been okay before, but the R&D unit has transferred their people back. If we allow more people to take their vacation leave, the operations of the plant will be affected.
Did you approve them?
No, I didn't. I'd like to ask you for instruction.
Don't approve any.
But some took normal personal leaves.
Inform them to be here tomorrow. No leave is allowed for the next 3 months, or they'll be considered absent.
Where did
I'm
you
so
go?
sorry. I'm willing to do overtime tomorrow. Mr. Song.
You're late for work.
Mr. Song, well, I'll take note next time.
You're the deputy director of the first plant, right?
Yes, sir.
Since the founding of Donghai, there's never been a cadre who comes in late or leaves early. Ding Zhao Cheng, you've set the precedent for Donghai. He's your subordinate. How should he be punished?
Mr. Song, this is the first time Xiaoding is late. But it's a fact that he's late. According to the policies of Donghai, he'll lose his bonus this month, and he must reflect in public.
You two come with me. Do you know why people have been taking their leave lately? Last week, I stopped the procurement proposal between Donghai and the Japanese. Mr. Han and Mr. Ma aren't happy with me. Some cadres and workers have been waiting for the completion of Phase 2, so they can get promoted. But their hopes were crushed by what I did. Thus, they feel demoralized and took their vacation leaves.
I'll mobilize them all. They shouldn't quit in the face of trouble. This isn't the reputation of Donghai.
As you know too, the equity for equipment proposals has faced a lot of opposition in the ministry. Mr. Lu argued with me over this, and Mr. Zhou put Mr. Ma in charge of the negotiations. I called to stop Phase 2. I guess Ma and the others thought that I wanted to regain control of Phase 2. I only do what I think is the right thing to do. The equipment of the Japanese isn't suitable. I won't deal and team up with them.